The biggest booze company you've never heard of barely exists anymore. Republic National Distributing Company, or RNDC, is a wine and spirits wholesaler. In 2024, it generated $11 billion in revenue by playing middleman between winemakers and distillers on one side and retailers and restaurants on the other in 39 states across the country. Not even 2 full years later, it's down to just 2. It's a catastrophic collapse that began in earnest with RNDC's withdrawal from California in June 2025, news I broke for VinePair, and has most recently included an abrupt shutdown of its operations in Illinois, which I covered earlier this week for Fingers. Subscribe to Fingers. Now, I could make a dozen videos about the utter shit show of RNDC's fire sale, and maybe I will. Let me know in the comments if you'd want to watch those. But the situation in the land of Lincoln is interesting on its own. See, as Reyes Beverage Group, or RBG, lined up its mega deal to devour a big chunk of RNDC at the beginning of 2026, news I broke for VinePair, by the way, some inside baseball intrigue emerged in Illinois. The collapsing wine and spirit wholesalers Illinois operation was initially part of that deal, but in early March, when RBG expanded its agreement with RNDC, news I broke for VinePair, the Illinois part of the business had been dropped from the bill of sale. Rumors have swirled in the trade ever since as to what RBG may have sniffed out at RNDC Illinois to ultimately strike it from the list. I've heard some plausible explanations, but nothing solid enough to report yet, so if you know more, get in touch. Also swirling, speculation as to what might happen to that state's slice of what was until recently the second largest non-beer empire in America's middle tier. Last week, we got an answer. Another shutdown, a la RNDC California. My intrepid colleague Farron Salnicker beat me to that scoop at BevNet. Nice work, Farron. The company confirmed to her in a statement that there is currently no financing available to continue RNDC Illinois' operations, and that as a result, RNDC currently expects to permanently close its Illinois facilities. As in California, expect RNDC Illinois' workers, around 280 of them, according to WARN notices belatedly filed with the state's Department of Commerce, as well as its small suppliers and vendors, to get the shaft in the shutdown. By my count, between the news earlier this month that RNDC was selling its Arkansas operation to Moon Distributing, and now this impending closure in Illinois, RNDC will be left with operations in just 2 remaining markets, down from 39 a couple years ago. Maybe not coincidentally, both of the remaining states, Georgia and New Mexico, offer statutory franchise protections to liquor distributors. That's a whole other video. Either way, this is a vanishing act like one never before seen in the highly lucrative, highly consolidated middle tier. Or to put it another way, now you RNDC it, now you don't. This video was adapted from a recent item that I published at Fingers. Read it in full and get all of my award-winning coverage and commentary about drinking in America by buying a subscription at fingers.email. Fingers is 100% reader-supported, 100% AI-free, and every subscription really does count. Finally, let me know if you like this video essay version in the comments below.